Another episode of Rise of Tryhard Sunset Canyon Domination. I have 7 minutes left in this day and 3 challenges left to do. I wanted to show you one trick I've been using a little bit lately that's kind of cool. I don't know if I can do it in 7 minutes, but I'm going to try. I'm in 7th place right now, but with 3 challenges, I'll get into 2nd or 3rd, so that'll be fine. But this player has a level 47 expertise Minamoto, a level 44 expertise Sun Tzu, and a buy bars. This is a bunch of AoE and marches to avoid. I'm going to show you a trick that I've been using to try to avoid this AoE, avoid this AoE. I'm calling this the Reacharound technique. So let's see if we can challenge this guy, and I'll show you how it works. If you recall, I have a City Keeper. Normally, this is my kind of march setup. I do something like this usually. But in this case, this is one line of AoE that I would love to avoid. I would love to avoid it altogether. What I would love to do is have that AoE all hit one march. And here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to put Sun Tzu and Minamoto down here, and Joan and Kusunoki. And I'm going to move this guy back. So what I'm going to see happen, these guys are all going to march, and meet him back here. These 4 are going to be on this martel, and they're going to come around behind everybody, and they're going to avoid all the AoE. So I want you to watch where my marches go and what the cone AoE looks like from the Sun Tzu and from Baibar. So right away we see they are out of all these guys are out of the AoE. City Keeper's getting hit. So in this first blast, that's 1, that's 2, that's first primary and secondary. At least once. It's going to happen again. Only City Keeper's getting blasted. And look at my guys all behind Sun Tzu. Now, Sun Tzu is going to live for a brief moment longer. He's going to get 1 AoE blast on all my marches, then he's going to die. So that reach around behind weakened Sun Tzu enough that he only got 1 more skill cycle off before he died. So that's one way to avoid AoE. I want to show you one other way that I've done recently as well. I'd like to try to fight someone ahead of me. Let's see what this guy is. So he has a bunch of AoE here I would like to avoid, and some AoE here. Let's see if we can do the same kind of trick with him to try to get in the next... How many minutes do I have left? I got 4 minutes. Awesome. Let's see if we can go ahead of him. But let's look at his alignment and see... we can't really do it here. But we can do a little bit of the same thing. So let's do something similar. Let's put City Keeper at the back row. We'll put Joan and Sun Tzu and everybody up here. And again, we're going to have Sun Tzu come all the way across. Joan is going to march across as well. She's going to end up, but I don't think there's any AoE here. We're just going to try to have that expertise Sun Tzu only hit 1 march. So again, watch where he ends up and where his cone, how many it affects. My goal is to affect only 1. Have it only affect City Keeper. Let's look and see if that happens. And in this particular case, I don't know if that was the best scenario because I'm putting 2 up here, but watch the cone right here, right at the bottom. It looks like it may have affected the march above. So in this case, it maybe wasn't really worth it to do all this maneuvering to try to avoid the AoE. It's going to work out fine because we'll have this City Keeper Martel will die pretty soon, and then these 2 will come down to help, and it should end up just fine. Now, the downside of this is there's very little damage to Sun Tzu happening for those first, what was it? The first minute. I mean, it's taken a long time to kill Sun Tzu here because it's only City Keeper. There's pros and cons, right? Like, if you only want 1 march to be affected by that AoE, you only have 1 march then retaliating against that and attacking. So item number 3, let's see, I've got 2 minutes and 12 seconds. I might as well do one more challenge. You know, let's see. I don't necessarily. I challenged him earlier and won. So I don't need to attack him again. I haven't attacked Logic Bank, but he's in 5th place. I don't really want to drop him down. Let's target. Did I already hit this guy? No. Let's look at his arrangement and do a similar thing. Look at if there's AoE. Let's see if we can avoid it. So 1 AoE march, 2 AoE marches, 3 AoE marches. Let's see if we can position ourselves to avoid him. I got like 1 minute. Okay. This middle row is nasty AoE. So let's do that same trick. Let's put Joan and Kusunoki up here. We'll put Sun Tzu there. And let's see if the Sun Tzu and Baibars and Mehmed can be avoided while we kill the Kusunoki. Let's watch and see where that Sun Tzu AoE hits. Both these guys. Now, he also is going to migrate up. Watch this Mehmed Baibars here. He moves up, so he's going to hit the City Keeper and potentially avoid everybody else. But let's see. Hard to say for sure, but we are definitely avoiding some AoE with this approach. One thing you got to have, though, is you got to have a tank that can do 2v1. And then you can use this trick to avoid some AoE. So I hope that helped you guys. I'm near the end of my day. I'll post again soon. In the meantime, like some videos, subscribe to the channel, and tell your friends about it. Thanks. Bye.